Sometimes we're going to have to apply two steps to solve our equation. Now let's quickly recall. You remember bedmiss? Bedmiss was the order of operation when we're solving for an expression. E stands for brackets. We always did that first. Then we did the exponents. Division and multiplication was on the same level. We did it left to right. And same for addition and subtraction. We did things left to right. But when we're solving in algebra, we're going to start peeling things away in the opposite direction. Let's look at our first example. 5x plus 3 is equal to 13. We've got two things going on here that is being applied to the x. First thing, we have an operation of plus 3, and the opposite operation would be to subtract 3. We also have the 5 here, which is the coefficient of the x. And we remember that coefficients always mean that it's being multiplied. So we have 5 times x. The opposite of this would be to divide by 5. Now let's apply these, but we have to apply them in the correct order. But since we're using algebra, we need to go backwards. We're going to first deal with the addition and subtraction before we deal with this. So first, we're going to do that. Second, we'll undo that. Okay, let's rewrite the equation. 5x plus 3 is equal to 13. Now, I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. So minus 3 minus 3. So simplified, I would have 5x, 3 minus 3, that's 0, is equal to 10. Next, I need to divide both sides by 5. So we're going to divide by 5, and the right side we're also dividing by 5. Finally, we have x is equal to 2. We've solved it. We identified the operations, found the opposite, and then decided the order that we had to do it in. Another example, 7w minus 10 is equal to 11. Things that are going on here. A minus 10. The opposite is to add 10. Second, we have 7 as the coefficient. So the operation here is to multiply by 7, and the opposite would be to divide by 7. Now, as we're writing it, we need to do our adding and subtracting first, then we're going to do our dividing. So 7w minus 10 plus 10 equals 11 plus 10. We have 7w equals 21. Now we're going to divide 7 on both sides. 7w over 7 and 21 over 7. That gives us w is equal to 3. Let's do a few more of these examples. Once again, we have to decide what we're going to deal with first. In this question, we have negative 2x plus 3 is equal to negative 5. The plus 3 is farthest away from the p, and it's also the first thing we're going to deal with. The second thing is we have the coefficient of negative 2. Opposite is to divide by negative 2. Let's rewrite 2p plus 3. Now we're going to subtract 3 equals negative 5 minus 3. Let's simplify. The top row, we only have negative 2p left. On the right-hand side, we have negative 8. And now we're going to divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2p divided by negative 2p equals negative 8 divided by negative 2. P is equal to 4. X squared is equal to 16. Now, we know that the operation is an exponent 2. We said the opposite operation of exponent 2 is to take the square root of 2. Let's rewrite it. I'm going to write the square root of x squared equals the square root of 16. Now, if I have a square root and a square, these two, they cancel each other out. So left side is x, and the right side, we have a 4. Last example here, negative 4 over 3h minus 5 equals negative 1. We're going to start peeling things away, and I'm going to do the subtraction first. So the operation, it was negative 5. The opposite is plus 5. The second thing that we have, the operation, we're multiplying by negative 4 over 3. The opposite of that is to divide by negative 4 over 3. Let's simplify. 4 over 3h minus 5, and we're going to add 5, equals negative 1 plus 5. These two become 0, and so left side, I'm left with 4 over 3h. The right side, negative 1 plus 5, that gives us 4. Second thing, we're now going to apply the operation of divide by negative 4 over 3. When we rewrite this, we're going to have a multiplication instead. So negative 4h over 3 times negative 3 over 4. This is equal to 4 over 1 times negative 3 over 4. Let's divide things out. We have two negatives. They become positive. The 4 in the numerator and the 4 in the denominator, they divide. The 3 in the numerator, 3 in the denominator also divide out. So I have h. On the right-hand side, the 4's divide out, and all I have left is negative 3. Now, sometimes you're asked to check your answer. You want to know if you're correct. So what we're going to do, we'll take the answer and we're going to substitute it back in to see if the left side is equal to the right side. All right, let's solve this one. Negative 3x plus 5 is equal to 8. Let's rearrange it. Negative 3x is equal to 8 minus 5. Negative 3x is equal to 3. And I'm going to divide negative 3 on both sides. We have x is equal to negative 1. The left side, we have negative 3x plus 5. The right side is equal to 8. So now let's insert x is equal to negative 1 into the equation. So negative 3 times negative 1 plus 5. This, when simplified, equals 3 plus 5. Simplify it again. This is equal to 8. So since the left side is equal to the right side, we know that the answer is correct. Great, pause the video now and try some of these questions on your own.